from the bottom, from the top, or she oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, your one and only host,
the Cosmic Jedi.
Welcome back to my channel. You weren't answering your calls. You weren't answering the phone. You were doing whatever you were doing. We didn't get to see what you were doing, so we could see the urgency of what you were doing. We saw that Superman was taking care of a volcano that could have easily killed everyone if it wasn't there. So what he was doing was very urgent, but he trusted his teammates, Batman, Flash, and Wonder Woman, to handle whatever is going on here as well. But let's continue. I thought the rope only worked when you were asked a question based on the cartoon. I don't remember the rope just being around someone and the people just spill. But I guess Andrew Muschietti is carrying on from Zak Syner's iteration of Diana. So when you touch the lasso, you just spill your guts, like therapy. You just start talking. Cool, whatever. I didn't create Wonder Woman, so the hell do I know?
I too have childhood trauma.
The lasso of truth.
She knows this. Why are you still standing there with the rope attached to them? You saved them both. Remove the rope. So she's got nothing else to do right now. But you just stand here. So whatever she's going to attend to after the scene isn't urgent at all. Because this is fun for her. She's not taking it seriously at all. Because something bad could have happened if she didn't make it in time and that thing dropped into the water. Game over. Now he sees it, right? I don't know if magic negates Barry Allen's powers. I don't see why that would be the case. Energy is energy. I don't know how that thing is made. It's made by the gods or for the gods or with the gods' energy. But energy is energy. And Barry Allen draws his power from the Speed Force, which is pure energy. So this next scene shouldn't have been a problem for Barry at all.
The lasso of truth. Never gets old.
I know sex exists.
Why didn't you just use his speed to untie the rope? Or is it because it's magic? Even his Speed Force can't undo the rope until Diana does it. Cool. You can see that both Batman and this dude are spilling their guts. So what's your Why? Why do you then need to add your 2 cents to trying to detangle the rope? There's no way I would touch that rope. After seeing this dude and Batman struggle and watching Diana watch the whole thing, this scene didn't need to happen. This scene did not need to happen. Let's continue.
Never experienced it.
Well, I have to run.
Watch this.
Always a pleasure.
Watch this. You mean she could fly all this time?
What?
But she chose to use the rope. When I'm telling you guys,
I've been drinking more alcohol for the past 5 days.
maybe some of you need to watch the cartoons to understand and appreciate the use of these characters' abilities, skills, strengths, their intelligence. She can fly.
Jesus!
Where was she when she dropped the rope? She flew from whatever angle of this bridge, from the bottom, from the top, or she oh my God.
What more can I say?
If you're someone who can fly,
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
let's go back. Let's go back. Because you guys would just think, yep, it's cosmic. It's just moaning because it's for views, right?
Psych!
It's good to moan. There we go. Where did she come from? You can fly. So why not just, or are they both too heavy? So Superman can fly just as she can fly, but Superman is stronger than she is, because then that means he can carry 2 human bodies, because he's Kryptonian, it's not human. Whereas she's half human, half god. She can fly, she's strong, she can take a beating from, I can't remember his name. Oh my God, the guy who came to invade in Justice League, the one who came to take the mother boxes. She fought Doomsday. She didn't die during Doomsday, and that dude was thick. She took combos from Doomsday. But you guys are telling me she can't fly from whatever angle she came from to land on this particular point of the bridge. She couldn't fly from underneath the bridge to pick them both. It would have been even more dramatic if the dude fell and Batman couldn't save him. Then, it's like shock, and then whoop, surprise, Wonder Woman is here just in time. She picks him up and Batman lands on the bridge, and then we can avoid this nonsense. It doesn't make any sense. Sorry you're late. We don't even know where she was that she couldn't make it here. This scene did not make an ounce of sense to me at all. At all. What's now, at this point, unravel the rope. Unravel the rope. Unravel the rope. But some director or some writer or writers or in the group where they sit down and say, what should we throw in this scene right here? This is a complete misuse of the three characters. You're just shitting on their characteristics. Batman wouldn't struggle this much with a speeding car at all. At all. If he even fell off there, he'd at least come equipped with a glider in his cape. At least. Normally he would always have a glider thing in his cape, just in case. That's how resourceful he is, just in case. He's never intended to go out and just fall from a skyscraper, but just in case he needs to fight someone that happens to be on the skyscraper and he falls, yo, I'm not Superman, I'm not Wonder Woman. In case I fall and break my goddamn neck, I'm gonna put a glider in my thing and just whip it out when I need to, just in case. I'm not saying the glider would have saved him from falling, him and the other guy from falling, but at least that would have been implemented. They both fall. The grapple hook thing fails or doesn't even latch on in time when he shoots it. And as he's falling, he whips out his glider thing, but his weight and the dude's weight, and then I guess the trajectory at which he's falling, they're not going to make it. Alfred is like, don't let that thing touch the water or it's game over. Then Diana comes out of nowhere and pulls them up. Not with the freaking rope. She carries them both up. And then end this stupid scene of my ego, lasso of truth, never gets old. This is funny?
Hey.
Even his entries, some of you guys are beautifully special. I won't lie to you. Some people laughed at this. Some people laughed. They found it funny. Funny.
Looking good, Flash.
Well, thank.
Like he's a 5-year-old. Look at his nose. Look at his nose. Look at the mask. The costume is so ridiculous. And this is Batman right after Justice League. That suit he had on in there, even Batman v Superman's suit was beautiful. And this is what they gave us in the Flash movie. Why is he still talking? I don't understand it. And he's speaking too. I could have sworn that rope only works when Diana wrapped it around you and then asked you a question. Maybe in my beautiful cosmic head, that's how it's supposed to work. Maybe my mind has erased this kind of use of the lasso in every cartoon, every iteration, every scene I've seen Wonder Woman, even in the old school TV show. Sure.
Do have childhood trauma.
What? What is Ezra doing right now? What is this dude doing? She didn't even say your speed can't work on it because it's magic. Just to let the viewers know, oh, that's why he stood there trying to untangle it. Like a regular human being. You're a superhero with speed force powers. You can practically run somewhere and back and look like you never left. No one will be none the wiser. He can move so quick and you wouldn't know he's been somewhere and back. And he's struggling to untie this rope. Hey, wow.
Oh, I know sex exists. I've just never experienced it.
Always a pleasure.
And then she flies away like a piss take. You fly away, but you allowed us to sit through this nonsense use of your lasso of truth. It's not like this guy hid or planted bombs around the city and Batman was chasing him down and he needed to interrogate him. Even that would belittle Batman because Batman is resourceful. So we'd have found a way to interrogate the guy to find out where he planted the bombs with the virus or whatever. Then we wouldn't need the scene with Diana. But they're both about to drop. Like I said, Batman would already have had his glider in his cape. If they both fell and the bad guy's weight was too much to carry both of them with the glider, here comes Wonder Woman. She flies, picks them both up, puts them on the bridge. Are you okay? She breaks the chain or the cuff off the guy's hand, takes the briefcase and says, here you go, Bruce. Let me handle him. You handle just something. It's one thing to be a fan. It's another thing to be a fan and say, okay, how can you utilize these characters intelligently based on their current power stats, based on their current skills and capabilities and superpowers and non-superpowers. It just feels like they made this scene or this whole movie to piss people like me off. So looking forward to or anticipating the live action version of these characters, I keep saying I'm surprised DC hasn't pulled from different aspects of their stories and just combined certain things together to make one cohesive movie and pay homage to the attributes of each character, their strengths, their weaknesses, and the intelligence of how they would use their skills and abilities in very different situations. What Wonder Woman just did there is not intelligent. That equates to the writer or writers or the people who came up with this scene. That is not an intelligent scene at all. But someone chose to do this because they found it funny. And I almost said sadly. Happily for other people who watched it, they found that scene funny as well. Only for her to fly away, which makes the whole scene redundant to me. You threw a rope when you could easily have flown and picked them up. That's why I said maybe she's weak in this movie. Maybe all she can do is fly and use a rope. She can't really throw blows and pick up two human beings. Yet she could fight Doomsday. And this is supposed to be after Zak Snyder's Justice League. So then, why is this scene here? It only makes sense to me that these guys made this movie to piss off a lot of people. But that's me done for now. That's part one. That's just the Batman, this whole beginning scene. I wouldn't even touch on Barry's baby nonsense at all. That one, I've got a little slight twist to it for the next video. Slight twist that I thought, okay, if you want to stick with the baby thing, cool. Another thing I want to do as well is recommend and encourage some of you guys to check out some really, really good DC animated movies that include the Justice League, sometimes Batman only, sometimes like team up Batman and Green Lantern or Wonder Woman. There's some really, really, really good ones that when I watched some of them, I thought if DC just literally takes what they've made in their own cartoon, repeat and put on screen in live action, it would be a substantial movie. In fact, just action-paced movie. If you want to beef it up and add little extra spicy scenes from the cartoon and change it up a little bit so that way people who've seen the cartoon don't spoil it for newcomers, fine. You can always make adjustments here and there. That's why I said you have a pantheon of characters in your DC world. You have a plethora of stories they've gone through, story arcs and development, rise and falls, challenges, triumphs. Pick from different aspects of your stories and put them together. So that way, when those of us or people who've read the comics and seen the cartoons won't be able to spoil it for newcomers, and they themselves won't know what you're cooking up. You might hint that you're taking from this comic issue and that animated series, cool. But when you put the whole thing together, eventually, we, the people who've seen the cartoons, who've read the comics, and who've watched all the feature-length animations, we won't even know what you're doing. But even though you've given us hints that you took taken from 2 episodes of this, 4 episodes of that, and the comic book run series of this, we have no idea what you're going to put together. But at least you telling us the comic series and the episodes, we know you've chosen action-paced cartoon episodes, action-paced feature-length episodes or movies, and then compelling stories based on the different comic book series you've chosen. So we, the comic book fans, the cartoon fans, will look forward to that. And then you're going to implement intelligent ways, smart ways of how to utilize your characters on screen. So when they meet a challenge, we're trying to figure it out as well. If I was Flash, how would I do this? If I was Batman, how would I do this? If I was Wonder Woman, Superwoman, or Supergirl, or Superman, how would I apply myself in this scenario right now? What skills at my disposal would I use? And then even team ups. How about Batman and Flash? Or you've done that already. How about Green Lantern and Flash? Green Lantern and Wonder Woman? Green Lantern and Superman? You do team ups. You rearrange your characters from time to time so you keep it fresh. Then you do the three, Batman, Superman, Green Lantern. Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern. You it's your world. DC one, it's your world. Play. Don't do dumb shit like this. This isn't play. This is taking the piss out of people who love the genre or love the source material. Anyway, like I said, I'm done. Look forward to doing. I don't even know how long that video is going to be with the Flash one, and I'm going to do one with the Michael Keaton one, but I think that's going to be a shorter video. She flew away, even though she landed on this. I don't even know where she flew from to land on the bridge to then use rope. But after you use rope, you then fly. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been your one and only host, the Cosmic Jedi, signing out. Thank you for watching.
Is that your best?